Alright, I will do my absolute best to not sound like a total film snob, but I have a feeling it's probably going to happen anyway. I've waited actually quite a while to mention this, due mostly to the fact that I was just praying that this project would just fall through the cracks and just never see the light of day. Sadly, I was a little wrong. I'm talking about the remake of Bonnie and Clyde, yet another movie to add to the list of films that the words remake should never follow them. Going back to the old phrase, do not fuck with classics. Yes, that means you, Tim Burton. Alright, the original Bonnie and Clyde was directed by Arthur Penn in his career-highlighting work, and was written by David Newman and Robert Breton, which were most known for writing the screenplay for the Superman films. Now, financing in this film in the beginning was pretty difficult due to the fact that Warner Brothers was not sure if American filmgoers would be able to actually cheer for the villains starring in their own film. Eventually, through a little perseverance and a lot of persuasion, they decided to finance the project, and it went into production shortly after. The film was most notably known to be violent, sexy, and a very well-made film. The movie was way ahead of its time in many ways, being first of all one of the first films to utilize the fast-cutting and slow-motion effects that really captivated audiences and really just grounded the experience. The original film had also an absolutely superb cast. It was Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway starring as Clyde and Bonnie respectively. And then in a career-making role also starred Gene Hackman as Clyde's older brother Buck. The cast is what made the movie really shine. And I mean, it's clear that they just had excellent chemistry together. And for the movie being nearly 45 years old, the performances still stand out quite well today. Now on to The Abomination. A remake starring, I shit you not, Hilary Duff as Bonnie. And yeah, that's Lizzie McGuire, the little Disney Channel princess. And also Kevin Zegers as Clyde, which is that little kid from all those Air Bud films, which were just remarkable. And also starring Drew Fuller, filling in as Clyde's brother Buck, who was also the one that starred in that terrible, based on a true story, bullshit horror films titled The Vampire Clan, which with a cast like that, how could a movie be bad, right? I mean, come on. Now, there was a small feud, if you will, between Faye Dunaway and Hilary Duff. Upon hearing about the remake, Dunaway apparently said, couldn't they cast a real actress? To which, you know, that's a fair judgment. I mean, Hilary Duff hasn't done a whole lot, and, you know, and Hilary Duff's, like, so totally mature response was, I think that my fans are going to see this movie, don't even know who she is, so, you know, I think it's a little unnecessary, but I might be mad too if I look like that now. Like, come on. She's 68 years old, you stupid Disney Channel bitch. I think anybody would be lucky to look that good when they're that old. And yes, it's probably true that her fans have no clue who Faye Dunaway is, but considering that her fans are also likely to be Twilight-watching tweens, their opinion about movies can be taken about as seriously as Tom Cruise at a Sane Guy convention. Now, the strangest part about this remake so far is the choice of the writer-director, who is Tanya S. Hawley, whom you might remember from that utterly remarkable film When I Find the Ocean. Oh, wait, you don't remember that one? Nah, nobody else does either. She has the distinction of working on absolutely no major Hollywood projects. Now, that does not necessarily mean it's going to be terrible. I mean, I could have this all wrong. She'll come out guns a-blazing for her major directing debut, but I kinda doubt it. A lot of these things just kinda come with experience. I mean, aside from the cast and the director and the writer, for the most part, I just simply hate remakes. They're utterly pointless, especially of once good films that are now classic films. It offers absolutely nothing new, no variety. One advantage is that the original film also had is, from a historical standpoint, they had eyewitness accounts. The actual film was filmed in 1967, and Bonnie and Clyde were only killed like about 30 or so years before that, so it was a fairly recent thing. It was still in the memory of most people. And they actually were able to film on location at a lot of sites where a lot of the robberies actually took place, which is a luxury that Holly does not have, and it's a large detriment, so I'm kind of hoping she does a lot of research for this, but I kind of doubt it. Classic films are classic films. I mean, it's like remaking Gone with the Wind and Casablanca, two of the greatest films ever made. You just don't do it. Films were once an art form. Now it's just one formula genre flick after another, and occasional copy and paste tragedy that Bonnie and Clyde will likely turn out to be. So, see you next time.